Are you a freelancer? Next question. Have you ever been ghosted by a client that hasn't paid you? I thought so. We all know freelancing can be great, but for all the benefits, there can also be a few drawbacks, such as overworking yourself, the inability to draw balances, work-life disbalances, as well as getting clients to pay. We're going to talk about how time tracking can help solve these issues. Billing your clients more accurately. By using time tracking, you're able to bring transparency and visibility to the work that you've put in and let your clients see that, and as a result, bill accurately for the amount of times worked. There are crazy statistics. One study found that 61% of freelancers overwork. They overserve their clients, meaning that they do more work than what they're actually paid for. And a big reason for this is the fact that they don't have a mechanism to prove the amount of time that's been worked on or to bring transparency and accountability to the agreed upon hours. So by using time tracking, such as DeskTime, for example, it doesn't have to be though, you can see the specific amount of time that has been put into a certain project, a certain client, and then you're able to bill them with certainty and with clarity. The second is rethinking your work habits. If you have been following this channel, I don't have to tell you about how much time tracking has changed my own personal work habits and as a result impacted my productivity. For instance, I still don't drink black coffee because I realize that it makes me a less productive human being in the office. This is all super subjective and personal, and for each person it's going to be different. So that's why it's highly recommended that if you're a freelancer, start tracking your own time, start seeing how and when and where you work best. The third is that it helps you better understand your own limitations and maybe weaknesses. I've said it before and I'll say it again, the mind is like a muscle and it can't be clenched or flexed for the entirety of our workday or even longer. For that reason, we need breaks and we also need to have a finite amount of time. I've personally noticed that once I hit the 7-8 hour barrier of having worked, my mind just checks out. It just, it's done. It can't work anymore. So it's super important to realize that you have this limited period of time, and that's when you have the ability to actually get stuff done. We at DeskTime did a study with 65,000 US employees and found that for every hour of overtime worked, there was a 19% decrease in productivity. That is an insane statistic, and it should show you that working overtime is not a viable option. On the flip side, we also are able to see when we are underworking for ourselves. For a healthy work-life balance, you should likely try to strive for a regular, balanced workday, and that would involve having a set amount of hours. And by using that time tracking, you're able to see for yourself when you've hit those hours or the minimum hours that you want to work for a day. Because if you're not actually following along with the time, then you might think that you've put in a lot of work, but really it hasn't been that much. Last but certainly not least, it helps you send out invoices and get paid. Now, what is more important for a freelancer than getting paid? And let's be honest, the majority of us who are freelancers, we're doing it because we love the craft that we're doing. And very often that bookkeeping, financial management stuff is not our forte. So here's where time tracking comes in. First of all, you've got your hours tracked. You've got your amount put in. I mean, there are different time tracking softwares, but with DeskTime, all you do is you choose the project, you set your hourly rate, and it calculates it for you. You can download the PDF. It calculates the amount of taxes based on the country you're living in. You can add discounts. It does all the math automatically, so you know it's always right. That's definitely helpful for me as a non-mathematical mind. I think the creative peeps can understand that. So you download the PDF, you send it to your clients, and you can mark it as sent. As payments come in, you can mark them as paid, and then in one dashboard, you've got an overview of your income, of the amount that has been paid and what is outstanding. And then you can send them reminders through the system, gentle reminders that, hey, still waiting for your payment. And you've got a paper trail for it. Those were our 4 tips for freelancers, how time tracking can help you run your business more effectively. What is your favorite tip or trick or method, please comment it below and help a sister out. See you next time.